Hassan Piker, that 34-year-old colossus of commentary, doth host his Twitch stream, a digital agora where 2.9 million followers feast on his blend of political polemics and gaming gusto.
People are saying young. That's true. You're washed.
Oh, true.
You're
the same age as me.
Yeah,
Aren't you older than me?
But I accept it. You're trying to be young. I see your big ass pants.
But look at my beard. I have white beard hair.
No, you're. What about this chain link?
What do you mean?
You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. I accept who I am. You're gonna pretend to be young so long. It's gonna be so.
But I just I can't.
When you're 40, dressing when it comes back around, and you're wearing leggings.
I went to a phase party. Which is already,
I mean, exactly. I rest my case, folks.
Exactly. It's good. I went to a phase party.
Yeah, what's up, man? Good to see you.
And at the phase party, they there was a guy that was even older than me.
Yeah.
Okay. And he was I think he was a magician or something.
Awesome.
And he had crazy hair.
He was a more honorable content creator than you.
Yeah, for sure.
he provided more to the.
I'm sorry, there's no other.
No, it's fine.
I can call him up and send another chair
no,
up
it's
here.
Good. I'm practicing being crunched up.
It's a nice.
Okay. I'm hiding.
It is a nice frame, you know.
Yeah.
Cinematography wise, we have a little empty space up here.
I'm really small.
Yeah.
And you guys are really big. You guys are like my big brother.
We are huge, dude.
But
cute.
Jacked.
But I saw this guy and he's definitely in his 40s, maybe late 40s, and he's surrounded by these 20-year-olds, and I was like, if I'm ever that, I need to kill myself.
When you are that?
No, I will never be that.
When you are that?
I don't hide my age or anything. I always say I'm old, and also I have too many injuries to even hide that I'm youthful in any capacity.
Sure.
Now, you also compliment, man.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
That's awful.
Anyway, Hassan's washed. He's pretending he isn't.
Yeah.
You're an old, but you're having trouble with it.
I'm old. I'm washed. I'm gracefully aging.
No, you're not.
I'm gracefully aging.
No, dude.
That's what I'm doing.
I can't wait to see you pathetically try and keep up with trends your whole.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be awesome. You're doing fit pics at 42.
I'm gonna be dressed like Brett.
Fear selfies.
Yeah, dude.
You're literally you're cruising for a Gelman existence, dude.
It's full circle, because you used to dress really awesome, and then in the future you will also dress really awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be the great Gelman.
You will be.
I'm gonna be the reverse Gelman, anti-Israel.
Or I don't know. I could also see you going the Depp route, wearing a lot of drapey stuff and rings, not quite Rick Owens, but
Yeah.
No.
No, we're not. We can't conceive of what the equivalent to that in 10 years. He will be doing it.
Oh my god!
He thinks he'll be like, oh no, I'm not doing rings or whatever. But he's gonna do whatever that thing is, and he's gonna think it's new. Those guys don't think they're lame. He's not gonna think he's lame, but he's gonna be such a loser.
I have too many people in here that would rip my ass apart if I were to do that.
Yeah, you would think they were flirting with you. You would be old and be like, haha. Just young chatters. We're all on the same page.
Look,
everyone who grows up has families.
Dude,
even Austin has an adopted Korean son with his husband, and you're still hanging on to your youth, dude.
Yeah,
that's what's gonna happen. I promise you.
I know.
Chat, put a pin in it. 10 years from now, let's see what Hassan's doing. It's gonna be pathetic.
Enter Stavros Halkias, the stand-up stalwart whose corpulence is matched only by his comedic cunning, invited to jest and joust on Hassan's hallowed platform. What begins as camaraderie swiftly morphs into a merciless roast, with Halkias wielding his wit like a flamethrower, torching Hassan's sartorial choices, those oversized pants, that chain-link bravado, and his desperate grasp at youthful relevance. "You're trying to be young, but you're washed," Halkias bellows, his laughter a thunderclap that echoes across X and Reddit. Schumpert, the Chicago-born sage, observes this spectacle later, reflecting on a podcast with the gravitas of a philosopher and the swagger of a point guard, noting the cultural currents beneath the comedy. The obsession with youth, the pressure to perform for a Gen Z audience, the dance of authenticity in a world where age is a liability. This is no mere roast. It is a philippic, a cry de coeur against the tyranny of trends in a digital age where relevance is a Sisyphean struggle. For this is no mere comedic skirmish, but a clarion call against the systemic scourge of ageism, a pestilence that doth haunt the streaming world like a specter in a server farm. Hassan at 34 is no ancient relic, yet Halkias' roast, delivered with the glee of a gladiator, exposes a deeper truth. Twitch, with its 30 million daily viewers, is a youth-obsessed coliseum where streamers are judged not by their wisdom, but by their ability to mimic the mannerisms of the young. Schumpeter's reflections, steeped in the streetwise wisdom of Chicago's South Side, unveil the cultural disconnect. Hasan's big pants, his Fawzi Clan party antics, his refusal to accept his age, as Halkias jeers, are not mere fashion faux pas but a desperate bid to appease a Gen Z audience that demands eternal youth. This is a progressive nightmare, a betrayal of the ideal that platforms like Twitch should celebrate authenticity, not conformity to a fleeting aesthetic. Schumpert, a man of 35 who hath embraced his injuries and fatherhood, stands as a counterpoint, a liberal beacon of self-acceptance in a culture that fetishizes the fountain of youth. To expound with the verbosity of a Shakespearean stockbroker, the issue at hand is not merely that Hasan is getting old, but rather that he is refusing to die quietly in the court of youth culture. He is aging in protest, an anarcho-geriatrician in Balenciaga combat. What Stavros has so epigrammatically articulated, and let us be honest, with the vitriol of a stand-up prophet, is that there is a tragicomic dimension to watching a man age in a space constructed by and for hormonal tornadoes. Twitch is not a temple for wisdom. It is a circus of impulse, a zoo of zany, where energy triumphs over ethos and meme velocity eclipses merit. And yet there stands Hasan, unwilling to succumb to Father Time, dripping in chain-link necklaces like a Macedonian demigod who stumbled into a hot topic clearance aisle, insisting with verbal jazz hands that his fit pics are still bussin'. Whatever that may mean in the lingua franca of youth barely post-pubescence, let us call it what it is, a fashion-forward Lazarus act. Stavros, in his observational brutalism, sees Hasan as a man clinging onto an illusion of relevance not with dignity, but with tick-tock duct tape and outdated drip. This is not maturation, it is cosplay, not evolution, it is delusion. To be roasted, dear interlocutor, is to be disrobed not of one's clothes, but of one's self-curated illusions. It is a comedic baptism of fire that sears through ego's epidermis and reveals the sagging musculature of one's subconscious insecurities. And this is precisely what Stavros does to HasanAbi with the accuracy of a bald oracle. He unveils a phenomenon I now dub chrono-fashion cognitive dissonance, CFCD, the neuropsychological disorder by which one's chronological age fails to update their aesthetic software, resulting in a man dressing like a SoundCloud rapper while philosophizing like a substitute AP government teacher. Stavros' laughter, an auditory jackhammer of judgment, is less an insult and more a cultural intervention. It is the mirror held up to a man who insists that attending a Fawzi party is a legitimate act of social integration and not an allegorical descent into digital Dorian grayhood. Hasan, you see, is not just aging. He is aging performatively, and worse. He is aging performatively within an ecosystem where age is the original sin. What is Twitch, if not a coliseum where youth is the ticket and wisdom is taxed? The ironical epitaph being carved by Stavros and seconded by a man is that HasanAbi has become what he once mocked. The out-of-touch elder trying to rizz up relevance with irony and oversized pants. His wardrobe, we are told, is less drip and more chronically online curation. His chain link, a noose of nostalgia. His oversized fits, a sartorial Hail Mary. And then the profound, almost Cartesian reflection on the cyclical nature of fashion and the inevitability of one's own chronological destiny. And it's like full of circle, cause you just are dressed really often, and then in the future you will also dress really often. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be the great gelman. You will be. I'm gonna be the reverse gelman and tight inspiration. This is not merely a humorous observation. It is a profound philosophical statement on the ineluctable cyclicity of aesthetic trends, the inescapable recurrence of sartorial predilections. The self-deprecating embrace of the great gelman moniker and the subsequent declaration of becoming a reverse gelman is a masterful exercise in rhetorical self-awareness. It suggests a deliberate subversion of the conventional narrative, a conscious rejection of the desperate chase for ephemeral youth, and an embrace of one's own unique, perhaps eccentric sartorial destiny. The reverse Gelman is a figure who, by embracing the very aesthetic abominations that once defined a previous era, inadvertently becomes a source of tight inspiration for a future generation, thereby creating a paradoxical, almost Hegelian synthesis of past and future trends. The subsequent, and indeed most profound, pronouncement concerning the subject's inevitable sartorial future is delivered with the chilling precision of a seasoned oracle. I don't know, I could also see you going like the DePro, like wearing a lot of dreamy stuff and like rings, like not quite Rick Owens, but like No, we can't conceive of what the equivalent to that in 10 years, he will be doing it. Oh my God. He thinks he'll be like, oh no, I'm not doing rings or whatever. But he's gonna do whatever that thing is, and he's gonna think it's new. Those guys didn't think they're lame. He's not gonna think he's lame, but he's gonna be such a loser. This is a devastatingly precise prediction of the tragicomic trajectory of those who relentlessly chase the ephemeral fads of youth. It posits a future where the subject, despite his current protestations, will inevitably embrace the very sartorial absurdities that currently define a particular aesthetic, all while laboring under the profound delusion that he is on the cutting edge of nascent trends. The prophecy that he's gonna do whatever that thing is, and he's gonna think it's new, is a profound commentary on the cyclical nature of human self-deception, the perpetual inability to recognize one's own unwitting participation in the very trends one purports to transcend. The ultimate verdict, he's gonna be such a loser, is not merely a casual insult. It is a profound sociological judgment, a condemnation of the pathetic spectacle of an individual desperately clinging to the ephemeral vestiges of youth in the face of undeniable chronological reality.